Hey yo, the name's Wolfen again and welcome to the Wolf's Den. Today we're playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on the NES. I recently watched Cinemassacre's AVGN and friends play Stage 6, the final stage, without finishing it. So it set up a bit of a spark in me to see how bad it was and how really hard it is. And, by the way, I'm not taking a shot at you guys if you're watching this. I have a lot to say about this game, so unfortunately a lot of the stuff I say won't be in sync with the gameplay. Okay, first of all, this game is not bad. Did I just blow your mind? Alright, for anyone that didn't turn off my vid, let me open the 4th dimension, and hopefully you'll get a better understanding of this game. Second, the story is about a guy, Dr. Jekyll, getting to the church to get married, and there's a whole bunch of assholes that want to ruin your day or kill you. That's pretty much it. The objective is pretty much get to the church without causing any trouble. You don't want to get married in a dirty suit now, would you? So that's why Dr. Jekyll doesn't have any attacks. So the enemies in this game can range from women with umbrellas, little turds, kids with slingshots, cats, dogs, birds that want to shit on you, and believe me, they shit a lot. Guys that want to chuck dirt on you, and guys that want to blow you up. And that's just some of the enemies. People won't attack you unless they're running in fear. So, why are they running in fear? It's because they know the guy in the purple jacket's gonna lay down a bomb. And when they're in panic, they run into you. So you need to jump them. The stick attack is actually a provoke movement to get hit. Why would you want to get attacked? And the meter below is a transformation meter from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde. Sometimes when you get hit, it may take off a bit of your life, or your change meter. This is where a bit of strategy comes into play. You want to transform into Mr. Hyde when your life bar is at its highest or about halfway. You can also think of Dr. Jekyll as being the Incredible Hulk. When he's angry, he turns into Mr. Hyde. And when he calms down, he turns back into Bruce Banner, Dr. Jekyll. So why not keep being Mr. Hyde? Is because if Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll cross paths, you die instantly. But you need to complete Mr. Hyde's story to get the good ending. So, how does that work? On stage 6, Dr. Jekyll should be further down the track to the church than Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde will take the rooftop, which means that they can't cross paths anymore, and that's where you finish his story. Also, when you play as Mr. Hyde, to turn back into Dr. Jekyll, you need to kill enemies, as it relieves his stress, as well as keeping him behind Dr. Jekyll. As well, when you change back, it will regain your life bar. So the better you play as Mr. Hyde, you'll keep him behind Dr. Jekyll and keep your life bar up. If you're good at shops, shoot 'em ups like Raiden, Twinbee, Tyrion, Gradius, you'll find playing as Mr. Hyde not too bad. Pretty much hold up and press attack to shoot the Psycho Wave, and he also got a close range attack which is the punch, which isn't too great. He can duck, and he also has an auto jump, which if there's a step in front of him, he'll jump. He can pass half the screen, and he's always moving forward. Okay, playing as Dr. Jekyll, you get the coins from enemies when you play as Mr. Hyde. You need to dodge, jump, duck, everything that comes at you. This is possibly why players don't really like this game. Dr. Jekyll is not out to cause trouble, he needs to get to the church in one piece. And that's why I think this game is interpreted as a bad game. Gamers have been brought up to attack enemies, not dodge them. Like in Mario, the first Goomba, you jump on him. In Sonic, the first robot, you jump attack them. Birds, just dodge the crap they drop, usually in single file or they double up. Little kids with slingshots? Don't worry about them until they pull back the slingshot. If they don't pull back the slingshot, they do nothing. Beasts and hornets? Just hover. They don't really attack you unless you walk into them. Same goes for other nature life. Groundsmen that shoot birds? You'll hear the sound of a falling bird that will either drop right in front of you or behind you, so you just need to hear for the sound, wait and adjust. Pets singing women? Dodge the notes that come out. They can be paid to stop singing, but it is not necessary. Grave diggers? Just dodge the dirt. That's all for the moment. I did find this game intriguing, as it is very different from the usual game we play. It is not understood properly, and from the game FAQ board you can see by the ratings. Bad things that could be said about this game are, the movement of Dr. Jekyll is very slow. But games of those days, movement was slow, not like today's games. He can jump in the air, and move left or right, but not as free movement, only one direction after the press. Bigger issues are more like enemy hitboxes. This is very broken, as you can be hit by something that doesn't even touch you, from standard people to bombs that aren't even near you. Also, the varying damage you take from bombs can be near to nothing to complete obliteration of your character, causing you to do or continue. Oh, and by the way, it's one life, with unlimited continues from the title screen. Make sure not to hit the new game. I would at least give this game a 2 out of 5 for what it is and the story. Few things. I wanted to play the Japanese version of the game, as Millicent, the girl that he's trying to marry, will be in a red dress waiting for him at the chapel. This was cut out in the US release. I'll talk about that in Stage 6, the final level. And they also replaced a few levels, as well as have taken out some enemies and some helpful characters. The Japanese version's levels were the city, the park, alley, town, cemetery, and street. In the US version, it's a town, cemetery, park, cemetery, street. So they replaced the levels with duplicates of the other levels. When you transform into Mr. Hyde, is he fighting his demons, or is he actually killing people that look like demons to him? I don't think this game was released down here in Australia. I don't remember this being on shelves when I was little. Back then, I used to live in Endeavour Hills. We used to have a Safeway, Big W, few clothes shops, a toy wall, and a video shop, as well as a place that used to sell frozen cokes. The cup used to have a red blue stripe with a polar bear on it. And there was a lolly shop that used to sell expired candy. What kid doesn't love stale candy? It was about 5 pieces for like 20 cents those days. This game has support for 4 enemy sprites on screen at one time. If there's like 2 bees, 1 hornet and 1 bird, the bird can't shit. This does include the fat woman singing notes, as they use the same sprite. I couldn't structure this very well. There's too much stuff to cover. They all seem to link into each other somehow. The first 5 stages are a breeze, but once you get to stage 6, that's where all the fun begins. The game is on a totally different playing ground, it's much harder, and I think the reason for it is, the game is trying to force you into getting a good ending. If you're able to finish the story for Mr. Hyde, there's no enemies on the screen, it's just a walk to the church for Dr. Jekyll. You're always going to get one slow barrel and one fast barrel, and somewhere along the line they're not going to even up and you're going to be hit by them. At this stage, it is better to be hit by the bomb, and turn yourself into Mr. Hyde. Sometimes barrels can cause you more damage to the life bar, while bombs may blow away your change meter instead. The Psychic Wave has two patterns, one for standing and one for jumping. Both of them go diagonal down, and then waver backwards. Enemies range from walking jumping meatballs, which is just fodder for you to get back to Dr. Jekyll. Round balls that shoot little bullets. For the red ones, just walk forward, wait for the explosion, then take a step backwards, and it should miss. For the brown ones, wait for them to get close to the end on the left side, then jump and do a Psychic Wave. It will most likely hit them. There are little zombie babies that grow into big zombies, and like little X guys. There are spinning green masks that shoot out projectiles, some kind of Medusa women, and also some walking fire guys. Not all enemies need to be killed, but it will progress Mr. Hyde's story. You can also go into the door so you don't take any damage. And this also works for the bomb blast as well. You'll be able to time it when you see the flash of the bomb. They plant so many bomb guys here, that's why I think they're forcing you to try to get the good ending. And it actually seems much easier than getting the okay ending. Well, that's what I thought anyways. If you actually go out to find the Japanese gameplay of this, you will see that they actually butchered this game pretty badly. The US version actually looks way easier than the Japanese one. Mr. Hyde fights a boss at the end of his story, which is a red mask. You hit it until you feel your meter to turn back into Dr. Jekyll. Then you get the good ending. My interpretation of this is that Dr. Jekyll is actually fighting Millicent, as the Dr. Jekyll is supposed to meet her in a red dress at the end of the game. Mr. Hyde wants to kill Millicent, as she is possibly what Dr. Jekyll needs to stop him from turning into Mr. Hyde, and therefore Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde partnership ends. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. It's back to the standard games list. Wolfen Heiger, signing out.